Imagine that everyone in the world has a car parked in the street, and for some reason there are some cars that their alarms go off really easily for like any reason. So like most cars don't go, their alarms don't go off unless like someone's smashing the window or something like really threatening and awful is happening to the car. But there are some cars whose alarms just always go off if there's like a bit of wind or like, I don't know, like a cat walks past or something like that. And I sort of really feel like I'm one of those cars. So for some reason, little things just trigger my anxiety and depression, and I'm just a lot more sensitive, just like a lot of cars are more sensitive with their alarms. And I think that that's quite a good way of thinking about it, and that's sort of a way that I've been able to cope with the fact that I'm going to have depression and anxiety for the rest of my life, is that I'm exactly the same as everyone else, but that for some reason I'm just more sensitive to things.
Main symptoms of depression and anxiety and other mental illnesses are things such as lack of interest in everyday activities. So people will find it very hard to sort of get out of bed, sort of like do the normal things that people could do, like normal functioning. They can also lose their appetite, and this can have like a massive impact on everyday life, clearly.
My brain creates the symptoms that I feel before a seizure, even when I'm not about to have a seizure. And that's what a panic attack feels like to me.
You know, it's hard to do anything. It's hard to go to a lecture. It's hard to do the work that I need to do, but I feel like that happens with anything. I have like months or like weeks. It's just sort of like being in a pit, and it's like low energy, especially with depression, is not caring about anything. Like either caring too much or not caring at all. And like finding a balance between that makes life just really dysfunctional.
I think it's affected my life as a student because I do find it quite difficult, like explaining it to people. And so a lot of people know about it now, but I do find that a lot of people are more supportive and understanding than others. And I find it quite difficult sort of making people understand what it's like. And sort of I think as well there's a big culture of like, oh, she's just sad, oh, cheer up, come on, like, come out, and that. Whereas some days I literally just don't feel like getting out of bed, don't feel like tidying my room, I don't feel like having a shower.
I like doing yoga, and I do a class called Boxercise, which really gets my aggression out. I do stand-up as well, which I feel like sometimes it's just therapy in front of lots of people.
So I was at a bar, like all the time, but that's beside the point.
Activities that I suggest people with mental illnesses do is sports is a great one. Keeping very, very active. Also, I run some classes which deal with sort of like therapeutic art and things like that. Getting really sort of in touch with your feelings and sort of being really expressive can really help individuals.
Well, from personal experience, if you look after your physical self, then the mental health will also follow. So if I'm feeling stressed, I'll do something physical, I'll go for a walk. Eating healthily really helps as well, for me at least.
I've gone to counseling at every university I've been to, well, because I'm on my year abroad. I feel like sometimes they are a bit overbooked and a bit exhausted.
I've learned like a few techniques that are quite good, so like doing sort of mindfulness and trying to like put some like meditation music on and just do lots of breathing, and also like looking at the second hand of a clock is quite good because you can look at that and try and breathe like in time with every 5 seconds, and that's because you think everything's going really fast, that helps you like slow everything down. Those cars, so for some reason little things just trigger my anxiety and depression, and I'm just a lot more sensitive, just like a lot of cars are more sensitive with their alarms.